Good morning, my name is Specialist Medley, and today I'll be briefing you on the Army values, examples of them, and how we utilize them in our everyday lives. This brief is unclassified and the risk assessment for today is low. Here I have a handout for everyone just to follow along with me. I know PowerPoints and briefs can be a little boring, so just pay attention to PowerPoint and you'll be able to answer the questions. There are 4 of them. What are the Army values in your own words? What Army value do you believe is the most important to have as a soldier? What Army value could you work on more as an individual and why? And lastly, if you see someone not portraying a certain value, what would you do? Just pass these out right quick and let's begin. Again, the intent is to emphasize the importance of the Army values for all soldiers as well as the rest of our Army family. A little history lesson for you all. I'll read this real quick for you. In 2005, the Army launched the Army Value Campaign Plan to re-emphasize and reinvigorate Army values throughout the Army, both active and reserve components and Department of the Army civilians. It continues today with the publication of updated value posters, which embody the spirit of our warriors while reminding us of the importance of our core values. Value posters are displayed in public areas within Army organizations. All soldiers receive value cards and ID tags when undergoing initial entry training. Army Professional Military Education integrates Army value training into curriculum. That is from the G1 for Stand 2. We are all taught the Army values very early on in our career, mainly in basic training, and then taught more of them and how to emulate them later on in our career after basic training, AIT, and our units. Let's move on. What are the Army values? They are loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. The Army uses the acronym LEADERSHIP, LDR-SHIP, for us to remember them easier. The first one is loyalty. In general term, loyalty is a devotion to one's peers, philosophies, or organization. All soldiers should be loyal to their country. The NCO Creed states as well, I'll be loyal to those with whom I serve, seniors, peers, and subordinates alike. That means you will be loyal to those who you serve or who are under you, no matter what position, what rank you have. An example, a soldier who supports their leadership and stands up for fellow soldiers. That is a prime example of loyalty. Loyalty is proven through hard work and dedication. And to do that, you must be a good soldier who supports their leadership at all times, no matter what the mission is, embracing the suck, like we always hear, and standing up for your fellow soldiers. The next one is duty. It is a sense of purpose as in doing the best you can. U.S. Army soldiers have a duty to represent the organization and not tarnish the name. As all soldiers, we have a duty to be in the right place, right time, right uniform. An example, a non-commissioned officer checking on a soldier going through a family crisis, making sure they have all the support they need. A leader's job in the U.S. Army is to lead, mentor, and train. Mentoring subordinates is what we do best as leaders, and making sure they are prepared and ready and able to fight is the biggest thing. Respect. Treat others the way you wish to be treated. We've all been taught this. Most of us were taught this at a very young age, like very early childhood. Respect is earned, not given. You have to earn respect. Someone isn't just going to meet you one day and just give you respect. You have to earn it through hard work and dedication, just the same as loyalty. You must respect the rank even if you have negative feelings toward the person. The Army is a very hierarchical society. You have ranks and they go from E1 to Sergeant Major of the Army for the enlisted side and then officer side. So no matter what your rank is, you must respect anyone who is higher above you. I hear this all the time as a specialist who works with higher ups and lower enlisted and as a medic. I hear, oh, he doesn't like me. Oh, she doesn't like me. Oh, he has a problem with me. Oh, he has a problem with me. But you must respect the rank. If you have a problem with the person, please address it with them and try and solve the problem. An example, a soldier going to the correct posture when addressing someone who outranks him. Posture, position of attention for officers, and parade rest for enlisted. Selfless service, putting the needs of your soldiers' unit organization before your own. Leaders must always have this, especially for their subordinates. If a subordinate sees that a leader isn't putting their own needs before theirs, the subordinate won't want to follow them. They won't want to help them to the best of their ability. An example, a soldier serving their country, doing their duty without thought of recognition or gain. As soldiers, we must do that every single day. We must put on the uniform, go to work with, and just do the best we can without being recognized, because sometimes we do go unrecognized for all the hard work we do. That's just the name of the game in the Army. Next one is honor, living up to the Army values regardless of the situation. Honor is the glue, I'd say, that holds all values together. Without honor, you have nothing. An example, a soldier who holds themselves to a higher standard, always portraying the 7 core Army values. Again, you must have honor. Like, honor is the biggest thing when it comes to Army values. Integrity, doing the right thing when no one else is watching, or doing the right thing because it is the right thing to do. Integrity can also be saying something and following through with it. If you don't have integrity, no one is going to trust you, and how can you work with someone you don't trust? An example, a soldier who is honest, takes responsibility for their action, and has very strong moral principles. Again, that goes for honor, respect, loyalty, everything. You have to have good moral principles to have integrity. It's who you are as a person. Personal courage is overcoming fears, dangers, and adversity. There are 2 types, physical and moral. An example of a physical courage is a soldier overcoming their fears of bodily harm or death by going out to the battlefield or going out into missions. Moral courage is, it can be a non-commissioned officer or a soldier standing up to his peers and higher-ups for what is right. If someone sees something that is wrong and they don't correct it, they are wrong. It does not matter what rank or what position you have. If you go up to someone with respect and say, "Sir, ma'am, sergeant," whatever the rank is, and you say, "I do not believe this is right, I have a remedy for this, and I would like to change it," then more than likely they will see your point of view and try and change what is wrong. Wrapping it all up. To summarize, the Army values are an integral part of being a soldier and upholding the organization. Values can intertwine. As you can see, most of these values sound the same. They all are the same. You have to have all of them. They all combine with each other. You must have all 7 values and be committed to them. Again, you must live by all 7 of these to be a great Army soldier and even a decent human being. That's just what we do as soldiers. We live by them. We emulate them. We first commit them to memory, and then we try our best to live by them throughout our Army career, even after we get out of the Army into our civilian life. Does anyone have any questions? No? Okay. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.